And welcome back, everybody. My name is Freight Train, and co-casting with me this game will be D-Syncs. You just heard him last game with Verbosity. Shout outs to him. That's going to be his last game for the evening.
Yep.
So follow Verb on social media and all that good stuff. But D-Syncs, we have the game everyone wants to see right now.
Indeed, we have an amazing matchup coming up here. It's going to be Zhice The Fam, but they're playing against JeffHindla and his amazing friends, probably better recognized as Cognitive Prime.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to get this match going on. And why not go ahead if you're the other team, if you're Zhice and Fam, who's going to be on the order side, banning out first will be the Terra. Don't want to give Jeff that god at all. No reason to.
Yeah, and then they're going to follow it up with an Ares ban coming out from JeffHindla and his amazing friends. They, I guess they just don't want to play against an Ares right now. Jeff, not really an Ares player himself, so why not just take it off the board?
This is very similar to what they had to ban out in, the SWC when they won. They had to ban out the Ares. They had to ban out the, this is Cog Prime. Might as well ban out the same gods required. But it looks like Zhice and Fam are going to get rid of the Scylla. Again, MLC still has a cognitive skin for a reason. So why not go ahead and get rid of that?
Yeah, and it was Ares and Ymir, the first two bans here. JeffHindla, it's Game 5 of Worlds. They don't want to lose it. They're going to go ahead and take away those two characters. As they're going into the first pick there, Zhice and the Fam, they're going to take Thor.
So literally what Zhice and Fam are doing are saying, you know what? We know we're going against old Cog Prime. Jeff and his amazing friends are probably going to end up beating us. What can we possibly take away from them? And you know what? I got to give it to these guys. They're banning out Scylla. They ban out the Terra, and they take the Thor. It's at least a positive start for them.
Yeah, and Sylvanaus is going to be the first pick for JeffHindla and his amazing friends. Character that fell out of popularity, but has kind of risen back up into it is Apollo. Well, is this season 1 Worlds? Are we just watching?
I think they're just trying to throwback, man. We'll see what the rest of the picks are going to be. But again, with Scylla banned out, sadly we won't get to see the MLC stealth run that. But again, on the other side, Zhice and Fam going to go with what seems to be the magical ADC favorite lately in Soul. We'll see if that ends up getting played in the ADC role or not. And their support, they're going to go ahead and round it out for a little bit of anti-healing against that Sylvanaus with the Sobek.
Sobek, one of the best counters to Sylvanaus in lane, can pluck him out of position, then Sylvanaus can't really go anywhere, as well as having that anti-heal built into him. Nox going to be locked in here, a guy that MLC stealth, MLC stealth loves Nox. This was a character, once again, that was played a lot at Season 1 Worlds.
Yeah, he really likes this character. You've seen him play it on Ranked. You've seen him playing in the SPL as well. He's one of the few people that actually bring this character out and use it a lot. So JeffHindla are going to go ahead and try to get rid of some mid laners. It seems like Giannis is going to be banned out. Don't want to deal with that. And then Zhice and Fam are going to respond with getting rid of that execute heavy Ao Kwang. If andinster got on that character, this game might be over sub 10 minutes.
Yeah, I would not want to play up against Ao Kwang on andinster, and especially not considering, hey, remember Game 5 of Worlds, that's what andinster ended up playing. Poseidon going to get banned away by JeffHindla and his amazing friend. They just don't feel like buying Sanctuary at level 1.
They
don't want to wait for it. Just get rid of it.
The kill potential level 5 is just, again, it's Poseidon, insane. Kraken. Yeah. It's really annoying, and it could happen obviously with that. So Kamba is also going to get banned out. Not a character we see too often lately, but I mean we do see him a lot of times in the solo lane and in the jungle. But we'll see if Andy's been playing a lot. I haven't seen his streams lately.
Yeah, neither have I. Herc, however, going to get picked up here. Well, Omega's kind of been out of the Smite scene for a little bit, so hey, let's just pick him. Yeah, let's just pick a god he already knows how to play. Hercules. We're still maintaining that Season 1 Worlds throwback. Hou-Yi going to get locked in. That's, not really a throwback to Season 1 Worlds, but Zhice and the Fam, they don't have to worry about that. They're just going to go ahead and take themselves the god of bouncing.
And they're going to go ahead and round it out with the Ode. You know what? Zhice and Fam, if this was any other team, if you went ahead and took the players that you're unsure about here on this side that are playing for this team, and you substituted it for like a known roster, I would actually say that this pick and ban phase is is done very well. Like, They seem to have thought this out. They've got good bans. They got good picks. They're doing whatever they can. Now, Jeff and his amazing friends, we're obviously the players are just a little bit too high of a skill level.
Yeah, and it's Susano. He's going to be the lock-in here for JeffHindla and his amazing friends, and he's going to be taking that one in the jungle. I mean, they could look for some shenanigans and just put people where they don't make sense just for fun. And I personally would love to see it. I think no matter what, Omega's playing Hercules. I don't think Omega's going to trade that one away.
Omega was either playing Bologna or Hercules. That was the only two characters that we were really kind of guessing what he was going to pick up here. But we are ready to bring you this game live right now, guys. I think all the characters have moved around and we are getting into the game. Well, we'll introduce Zhice and Fam because this might be the last time we see them in this tournament. Zhice is playing Sobek in the support role. Netrioid is going to be the Hui in the ADC role in the dual lane. Blink is going to be playing that Thor jungle. Lucid, you're going to be playing the Soul. I guess, wait, Soul is probably, is this going mid? Or is this going,
I'm sure it's not, right. Wolfie's not on this team. I'm sure it's Soul mid.
And then Brandon 312 is going to be running the solo lane. Good luck, Zhice and Fam. You guys have a tough one ahead of you.
We salute you. However, you guys watching this can get some bonus action in here. Reminder, link your Twitch account with your hi-rez TV account in order to get some bonus additional rewards here. A lot of rewards have already been given out, including over 3,000 Odyssey chests, 10k gems, and as well as over 100 Twitch mirror skins. So hey, keep on playing those dice and try and get in there. JeffHindla's amazing friends. Yeah, I'm absolutely
that Twitch mirror. I'm rolling the dice. Let's
go. The more and more skins that I can get, as they're gonna everybody's starting out. Everybody's in the role that they should be for JeffHindla's amazing friends. It's not like Sylvanaus solo with like Nox support or something like that. Nothing crazy like that. As MLC Stealth gonna go ahead and use his root on the red buff. This is a next level strategy because the root actually doesn't affect the red buff at all.
MLC, I mean, top 10 plays for Saturnalia, definitely. I mean, that's by far got to go on the list right here. We'll go ahead and maybe get a montage reel of, the top plays, and I think that's going to be one of them for sure. As we see the jungle camp on the right-hand side get taken by the Thor. Andy's coming around. Both of them hit level 2 now. Could see some kill potential again with that Nox Silence root combination, but nothing happening just yet.
It was a bold strategy of MLC Stealth to take an ability at level 1 that doesn't actually clear anything, but it's a bold strategy, and it definitely paid off, Cotton. As MLC Stealth going to go ahead and get one mid Harpy. Omega going to solo down these elementals here. And Omega, I'm actually really excited to see.
Did he know
Omega.
What the elementals were? Like, has he played since then? Has he used to
I think he streamed like twice, but I think those were dual streams. So I'm honestly not sure if Andy's like, Omega, go to the elementals. He's like, what's that? It's like, go to the fire giant and kill the things that are there right now. But Omega's been out of Smite. Yeah, Omega's been out of Smite for a while, and I'm kind of curious to see how well he'll hold up, though he is actually against
the first blood on the left-hand side. BaRRa and JeffHindla were actually just aggressing pretty hard, and, well, Jeff will end up getting the kill with the root right there. So the support looks like BaRRaCCuDDa is doing a little bit of supporting action in the carry. JeffHindla is making his name with first blood.
Yeah, JeffHindla was one of the characters as Omega gonna go ahead and solo out Brandon 312 here. What happened?
Didn't Brandon see the Cyclone game where Omega?
I was just thinking about that actually. I was gonna reference that, the game where Omega picked Hercules into Odin and got the first blood on Cyclone like a minute into the game. I don't even think it was a minute into the game. So this is a matchup Omega is capable of playing. He's done it in the past year, and it appears not quite enough rust, unfortunately, for Brandon.
I mean, well, Omega getting his first kill in a long time in any sort of Smite action. It's got to feel good for him. And for Brandon, he's just trying to run around, clear the wave, and he will do that. Omega will take one shot, but he'll go ahead and get some of that health back. Dual lane side, though, we see a 4-man rotation, or 2-man rotation for a 4-man gank attempt
they want
on the side.
Wall not in the right position there. Hui going to jump in. Slow is going to connect. They're going to pluck back JeffHindla. JeffHindla actually might be in a little bit of trouble here. Soul ultimate going to get brought down. They're trying to do it, but a nice mesmerize. Double tap not going to connect from Blink. He's trying to get there. Lucid will be the one to pick up the kill. BaRRaCCuDDa now running away, and he will not.
Oh, Netrioid, you missed the ricochet, my friend. You had the mark.
BaRRa was going to juke it, but BaRRa just ran in a straight line.
And sometimes the best jukes are when you don't juke. That's what it comes down to is, woo.
I've seen enough BaRRaCCuDDa to know that best jukes are no jukes. Because if you don't juke, BaRRaCCuDDa misses everything.
Because, like, who doesn't juke? He's trying to predict where you're going.
Yeah.
So, looks like Jeff will do the support thing and obviously take the first spill in the duo lane side. They were pretty far pushed up at the 2.5-minute mark. And speaking of pushed up now, the bait is being set. Level 5, MLC Stealth is here, but it looks like that was called out as far as the missing goes. So, good call-outs by Zhice and Fam to be able to, catch that rotation and move along to secure their red buff. But, I mean, again, I don't think the duo lane of Jeff and BaRRa were really expecting that type of rotation at 2.5 minutes.
No, and the other thing too was Andy and MLC Stealth were both back at base when it happened, so there was just no way that they actually knew that it was coming. Wall was a little bit off the mark, could have probably picked up BaRRa as well if he hit the wall just a little bit better, but I mean, you killed JeffHindla. Pat yourselves on the back. That's really, you want to get whatever you can out of this game.
We know Jeff's the real carry.
We all know that Jeff is the real carry. Andy, a little bit of trouble here. Omega going to find another kill on the Brandon. Andy, just kidding, going to turn it around and kill Blink with the ultimate.
Oh, there's the beads. Nice job by Lucid, though, to go ahead and beat out the Wrath of Terror, but it doesn't matter. The pull is better, and all of a sudden, Lucid is in trouble. The Soul ult comes out on top of the Hui one, and he's just going to jump back into the tower. The Nox Silence is there, but it doesn't catch, so any of the damage is going to be done on top of the Sobek. He just got rooted out, and it looks like it's just going to be that 1-for-0 trade-out.
And BaRRaCCuDDa going to hold on to the mid Harpies, just going to pick up that farm. No further fighting to be done.
Classic BaRRa.
Yeah, classic BaRRa. BaRRaCCuDDa loves Apollo as well. I should say that. BaRRaCCuDDa, it was BaRRa Apollo for a long time. That was the character that he was known for. And in the mid lane, it's going to be a dunk down from Blink. Looking at andinster here, going to get rooted out, but Blink's the one who's being turned on. Dots on top of him. He throws out his hammer aggressively, and JeffHindla, the carry, gets his second kill of the game.
Wisp, they're so strong. I mean, again, that's just Blink underestimating what a Sylvanaus can do, especially with the heals. Now, he made a good attempt on Andy. Andy actually almost ends up dying there, but having a health pot ticking and then you have the Wisp going along, it's just going to end up healing him up. And then obviously Jeff does the body block thing, the support aspect. He's there to make sure that his teammate doesn't fall and does a good job of it. So Blink just underestimating what Wisp can actually do.
Yeah, Sylvanaus does a lot of damage in this at this stage of the game that it just takes a very long time to happen.
BaRRa's
so it's
tower is almost down, or the tower that BaRRa is attacking is almost down. Like, that's crazy.
BaRRa probably was just staying in duo lane anytime that Netrioid actually rotated. Like, we saw him fly over the mid Harpies, but that was after taking like 2 waves in duo by himself, because that's just what BaRRa loves to do. He loves to just stay in duo lane and just let the fighting happen.
He's a farming solo or ADC. You know, he likes to just be in there, get to level 20 as fast as he can. And Omega, for the third time, Omegatron is back. He is 3-0. Poor Brandon. This is not looking good for Brandon. He's just a level 7 Odin right now, and in the mid lane we go. We have a 3v2 action happen, or 3v3 I should say. Wrath of Terror going to connect on top of 2. Blink's in trouble. Stealth will hit the Nox ultimate, and that's going to be a lot of damage. But here comes Hindla. He's going to get tossed into the tower, but he should be okay. He's relatively tanky. Oh, but now he's stuck inside of Netrioid's ult.
But it's going to be andinster finding Lucid on the back end, still going in aggressive here. Too fast for anybody to be able to catch up with. MLC Stealth going to root out Zhice with the combo. He's looking for the kill, and he's going to be the one who gets it. Ultimately, nice Brandon's made the rotation on in. Netrioid wants the kill onto andinster. He's going to throw the mark, and he dashing in, throws the teleport, and he's going to get it with the auto attack. andinster showing off why he was one of the best mechanical players in the world, and still is.
He's still alive. He just jukes it out the wall. The heals are good. The purification is better. And he teleports out this fight by the speed buff. BaRRa ends up securing a kill, and now all 5 members of COG Prime secure. Well, Jeff and his friends, the speed buff.
Andy, that was a great play, honestly, coming out from andinster to keep himself alive going up against the Hui, and then getting the heals and whatnot.
You gotta kill it, got out. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a great play. And I mean, and then everybody just one by one, they came in, and Omega still trying to farm Brandon to the best of his abilities. Omega's favorite creep is really the enemy player, and he will take solo fights all day long.
I mean, this has got to be a good warm-up for Omega. He's got to get his feet wet. He's feeling good. He's got 3 kills. He just hit level 11. He's 3 levels above his counterpart as well. And again, you know, it's a good little start to his day here, and we'll see how the tournament progresses. We'll be keeping tabs on these guys. At some point, we imagine we'll see them either in the semis or the finals, based on how the brackets are going.
And first Rubble, despite BaRRa's best effort, it's going to go the way of the man with 3 solo kills himself. Omega going to find the first solo lane tower of the game, going to just net another 500 gold for his team here. And it's not quite the enemy player, but it'll do. It'll do for his kill, for his bloodlust.
Well, we're sitting at 8 minutes in the game, and again, Andy's going to sit there and throw out an ultimate, and so did Stealth. They're going to hit Lucid over here. The pluck into Hindla is going to be good. He's going to get ulted, and Jeff probably will fall here, and he does. So Lucid ends up getting killed, but Andy's going to come back and get one of his own.
And Omega pushing forward. He wants more fighting. He's going to go ahead and throw out the block, and he's going to hit it, and a boulder comes out onto Zhice. Brandon has made the rotation on in. He's going to throw down the ring and just run away. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Double tap not going to connect. Hoyi's sons are being thrown on in. Andy will be able to run away from this. Omega doesn't want to run away from this. He's going to look for whatever he can, pushing Brandon into the wall, but as of right now, they're all just going to walk away.
So it looked like I was kind of watching what BaRRa was doing, and he was just flying around on Apollo, wasting his mana, and ended up just ulting the back boards. He decided not to go into the fight. So yeah, he was just kind of flying around because he saw who we obviously rotate, which was a good attempt. Let's give it to him. I mean, they have the cage. Nice and Fam obviously able to, try to use their combination of abilities to cage in the Wii Ultimate. But at this point in time, if we do take a peek at the graphs, this is a downhill matchup. 10K experience at 9 minutes and 6K gold differential, like I said, at the sub 10-minute mark normally doesn't spell good news. And again, Jeff and crew doing a pretty good job of just keeping the pressure up.
It's not Jeff and crew, it's Jeff and his amazing friends.
Yeah.
It's very important distinction to make between them. And I mean, honestly, that was a good play. If you make that kind of a play at an even game, you get the kills. You get
that's kind of
kills.
where my point is. Yeah, that's kind of they're doing the right things. It's just they're a little under farmed right now. So
it was the little things in the little things in the early game and the mechanical prowess, honestly, of JeffHindla's amazing friends. They're making the right call. Ooh.
All of a sudden I kind of saw some fighting going on. Andinster will get Netrioid and he'll get a solo kill. This is a level 13 Susanoo versus a level 9. I mean, 2 level 13s on the side of Jeff and his amazing friends, and that is just bad news. I mean, level 9, level 8, level 7, just the differential in XP and farming is just so dramatic.
Yeah, and they're going to get a Gold Fury just to make that difference a little bit more dramatic. I will say, for how close it was, the tier 1 tower in the dual lane, it's really hanging on. That might come to an end as BaRRaCCuDDa. No, BaRRaCCuDDa's going to go to the jungle. No, he's thinking about it. This tower could finally fall. It's been sitting around, 100 HP mark for a couple minutes now. Omega got his tower all the way down in that time frame. So, for what it is worth, Netrioid... I was
going to say, yeah, you got pulled in. Nice pull without any sort of setup. Again, anytime you see the raw pulls from a Sylvanaus, it's just nice. I mean, it isn't the easiest ability to connect on.
No.
So
really
it's
hard.
always
especially
impressive. But again,
online.
both towers, as you mentioned, the mid and now Apollo. Here comes BaRRa. He's gonna ult in. The Mez is good. The 2-man knockup is better. Stealth gets a silence. He'll get a kill on Zhice, and now Omega come through and kills Lucid.
And meanwhile, andinster, Brandon has made the rotation, and Andy, he's going to fight it out with the Odin here, looking for what he can. Shield going to keep him healthy for just a little bit longer. Omega's pushing forward beyond the tier 2 tower. He's looking at Netrioid, probably going to switch his attention to Brandon, going to hit him with the pluck, and Bluestone going to be the one to claim that kill. Omega likely to fall here, however, stuck in the ring. Netrioid going to shut down the solo lane, her champion of Rome.
Oh, it's the best right there because I have the Hit New Man voice pack on, and all it said was raid boss down. Omega is down. That is so true right there. Andy going to end up diving past the Phoenix. He's in a 2v1 scenario. If he gets out of this, I don't even understand. He's so sanctuary.
No. Zhice got it. Zhice is going to make up for the fam here as he's going to get a double kill. And now JeffHindla going to be the one to fall. And all of a sudden, just like that, 4 kills. Coming out for
Zhice and Fam. You got to root for the underdog a little bit in this scenario. Obviously, 6-19. Zhice and Fam are playing, people that they probably look up to and obviously know who they are. And this is not an easy task to be matched up against them first and foremost. So these guys obviously just to get 6 kills, and they look like they're going to go ahead and grab a tower as well. So hey, I mean, at 12 minutes on the board, they got themselves a tower, a little bit of momentum. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, crazier things have happened. Not really, but we can pretend like crazier things have happened as Brandon running away from them. But this matchup reminds me specifically of when Eager was in the Challengers Cup after they failed to qualify for Season 2 regular split. And they went ahead. Omega's fighting 5 people inside of an Odin ring. Omega is dead. He's very dead. Lucid going to be the one to find that kill. Omega walked into 5 people with an Odin. He saw everybody on the map, too.
He was like, I'm going to try to do this. I mean, hey, give it up to him. Omega was like, I'm level 15. I'm going to try this. I could maybe 1v5.
Yeah.
Odin Cage just though a little bit of a hindrance with the anti-heal. Yeah.
Omega does that in any game, though. It's not like, I'm playing up against these guys. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Omega does that every single game. He would absolutely take that fight every single game and then die for it.
It's fun though to watch at all points of time. Andy
I
a little bit deep over here on the backside. He's gonna get healed up by his buddy Jeff. In this left-hand tower, again, we've talked about it. It's still here. Netrioid is just defending it with everything he can. He's 3 levels down versus BaRRaCCuDDa. I just think BaRRa at this point is just not taking it. Like he's just like doesn't want to deal with this.
Yeah, BaRRa has to be doing this intentionally.
Yeah, he's just not letting this tower go. TP coming in on the right-hand side. That's going to be Omega teleporting toward the speed buff, and he's going to meet Brandon by blue, but he's going to have to recognize that is Omega's blue. Blink, though, on the left-hand side by the red buff is forced into his ult.
And Netrioid, Dower no longer, your best efforts have now gone to waste. Netrioid going to lose his tower there. Andy going to go ahead and look for the kill on the Netrioid, pull him in. One more auto attack, and it's going to be andinster. BaRRA missing every single auto attack on the Netrioid in that engagement.
No, he was just letting andinster get the kill. That was just, those were misses on purpose. Right. They were like, here you go, Andy. You know, well, Andy's 9-1 right now. He needs more kills. What does BaRRA need? Yeah. BaRRA's already got. He's got his 1 kill. He doesn't.
Andy has to get back up to unstoppable. Otherwise, it's otherwise this game was pointless. As 14 minutes into the game, JeffHindla and his amazing friends, they're pushing down this left side Phoenix. Zhice The Fam, they have a really tough ask here to stop them from taking this Phoenix. Though in theory, JeffHindla and his amazing friends could just dive the Phoenix and not put any damage into it. That could happen. It's a realistic possibility.
Well, I mean, they don't have a Fire Giant, so the only healing they have is through Jeff's Wisp right here, and Omega is going to miss the pluck. But this siege attempt is still going on. They do have the wave, and there come the Wisp. They're going to be healed up a little bit. Little bounce shot coming out. Yeah, I was going to say, little bounce shot coming out, going to do a little bit of damage. Everyone looks to kind of be backing away except for Omega. There we go. He's going to dash out. Yeah.
Omega actually just doesn't have an S key on his keyboard. He just only has W. He can only ever walk forward.
I mean that's the way you want your solo laner to be. You want a solo laner that has that come face me attitude. And I think that's what everyone used to harp on.
Yeah, the bully attitude.
A lot of times is the bully, like, you know, I'm just better than you at all points in time mentality, and I'm not scared of you. And that's the way you got to play a lot of the times. As everyone backs from the boys on Jeff and his amazing friends. They look to go ahead and buy their items. Let's take a look at the items and what we've got online now as this couple of pushes are happening. I mean, yeah, Andy's got a ritual dagger for health and an increased duration of a stone cutting sword. He's so far ahead right now.
He's so fast. He has 2 movement speed items on top of his boost and Susanoo passive. Andy's movement speed right now. He actually is just going to sonic zoom across this entire map right now.
Well, no surprise that Andy is top of the player damage charts. I just wanted to see what was going on there. He's just at over 12,000. So we're sitting at the 16-minute mark. What's going on here?
Shout out to Lucid. 9K damage, second highest on the chart, above even Omega.
He's been doing things. I mean, I mean, Lucid has been playing pretty well. Hit a couple ultimates. Again, it's not that Zhice and Fam have been, bad. They've been actually
playing horribly.
Done the right things. It's just they're so under leveled at this point that there's really not a lot you can do.
They're fighting out of their weight class. These are the featherweights taking on the heavyweights, really, kind of right now. But they're having a fun time with it. I mean, I hope that they're having a fun time with it. JeffHindla and his amazing friends, they certainly seem to be having a fun time with it. And I'm enjoying watching it. It's been a fun game so far.
Well, Fire Giant will go down at the 1630 mark. And now let's see as they try to lead the way down. They have one more tier 2 to get. That will net them 1,500 gold. The chase is on the jungle area. Omega is leading the way. It's mitigate wounds, and he's looking to take as much damage as possible to heal it up. Nox is just going to ult. He'll hit 2 right there. So Stealth will do a little bit of poke damage on the 2 players. They might be forced to back here, but the siege is on.
Yeah, siege is on. It's going to be Brandon, the first one going in. Going to get down the ring, actually, on the 3 people. They're all stuck inside. JeffHindla immediately gets erased off the map. MLC Self going to be the next one to fall. Omega pushing into, and he's going to go ahead and drop down the ultimate. And it's going to be the first kill going out onto Blink. And he's still pushing forward, going to teleport in. He's going to find Zhice for the double kill. Netrioid, he could be next. He's going to fall for the triple kill. Andy, he's going to get Lucid. Brandon is low. They're going to give it to him. Andinster with the pentakill.
Why not go ahead and close it out that way? The Jeff and his amazing friends ended on an andinster pentakill. And way to respect your teammates. They sit there and wait for him, and they give him the kill. No kill steals allowed in this game. That's what friends are all about, giving you the penta.
Shoutouts, by the way, to BaRRA for not being Ataraxia, because BaRRA had every opportunity to kill Brandon in that scenario. Brandon, he messed him and just waited for Andy after he got the quadra. Nice guy, BaRRaCCuDDa. Nice guys between JeffHindla and his amazing friends. They're going to be moving on to the next round. Not really a huge surprise, but it was fun to see the boys come back.
Absolutely. I am excited to see how far they can go in this tournament. We are going to see them at some point in time down the line, I would imagine, unless there's a big upset that happens. But that is going to do it for us in this round. Any final thoughts, Sinks, before we take it to a break?
I'm excited to see the later rounds where these guys come back, kind of playing up against Zhice and the Fam, not the usual top level competition. So I'm excited to see what they'll do against teams like Team Ego, Mike and Ike's, I believe their name is. Yeah, Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's. There's a couple good teams that are going to be available. So once they get to the semis, we're going to be in for a good match. Again, guys, we want to thank you all for showing up today on this Sunday afternoon while you guys are playing Smite. Enjoy yourself 3 times the experience and worshipers on everything. Make sure you guys are going ahead and playing Smite. And obviously, as well, give yourself a chance for some in-game loot. Link your Twitch account to your hi-rez account, and you'll have the opportunity to go ahead and gain some loot. Again, you have a lot of stuff that's been given out. Yesterday was over 100,000 gems, 3,000 Odyssey chests, and over 100 Ymir skins were given out. So again, that's your opportunity. That's going to close it out for round number 2, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back in less than 5 minutes with round 3.